Hey everyone, welcome to my channel.
Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Hands in the stove, how the faucet's running and I keep looking at you.
A freako, what's in, a friends, that
Welcome back to the Pretty Candid Podcast. I'm your host here, Marissa H. Filming here at Dawa Studios. Thank y'all for letting me tune in today and record. We appreciate you. Before we get any further, happy damn New Year, you guys. We made it. We alive. We made it. Go ahead, drop me a like. Please go ahead and also hit that bell if you are not already subscribed. But if you're a returning member, thank you for returning. And go ahead, if you've never seen me before, get used to seeing me. You're going to love it here. If you ever, whatever. But I don't have no candy cocktail. Tune in next episode, right? Get on some water, probiotics, all that good stuff. So, y'all know I love a good unpopular opinion, and I figure which better way to start off the episode with giving y'all a bunch of those, right? So these unpopular opinions are more so things that I'm hoping that, I'm not even going to single y'all out, that we're leaving behind in 2025. So let's go ahead and get into that. AI photos. Okay, here be the thing about the AI photos that is disturbing. This is, I think, one of the most disturbing things. You know how, like, kind of AI do, like, little Facebook games, you can, like, kind of transform to somebody else? It's hee-hee-ha-ha funny, right? We all know you did it. It say play Facebook underneath it. We get it, right? It be when y'all go to Gemini, y'all go to chat, y'all go wherever y'all go, right? And y'all literally have a prompt for how y'all want to look and y'all post it on social medias like that is actually you. But then is it you? Like, I don't know. The shit is weird. I don't stop doing that, number one. I don't know. It's just, and then like people be complimenting y'all like, oh my God, you look so good. Oh my God, handsome. I don't like shit like that. I don't know. It's just very weird. And not trying to even say it like that. Like, I get it. The economy all toe up right now, right? So you like, I'm trying to do headshots and this, that, and the third. If y'all was really researching how y'all supposed to, y'all would know it's plenty of places that offer headshots like monthly. Y'all would know it's plenty of people that work with like, what am I trying to say? Work with, you know, the money you have. Stop doing the AI. And on top of that, it's like you playing in my face. Because I know that that's not you. I know you didn't do that. Especially if I just seen you in H-E-B and like, you don't fucking look like that. And I'm not hating. I know it come off like, oh, that bitch. No, I'm not. I promise you. I'm just saying what we all thinking. Quit doing the AI photo shoots. And you know, since we speaking about AI, another damn thing. Especially my people who are entrepreneurs and y'all trying to have captions and bios and descriptions and all that, flyers. We could tell when you didn't put that shit in AI or chat and like formula. We could tell. And I know you like, oh, it shouldn't be that much of a big deal. It is. And I'm going to tell you why. It's the authenticity of it all. Damn. You couldn't formulate some shit on your own. What have people been doing all these years before AI? Right. Using their resources. I guess that's a resource. Y'all overly doing it. It's overly loaded. Quit doing that shit. That's number one. Y'all can tell I've been wanting to say that. Okay. Second thing, stop saying first annual. If I had, it was so many flyers I seen first annual right around the new year. Like first annual, you guys, annual means that there's an event that takes place yearly. Annually, right? It already happened. First annual, that's not, you're using it wrong, babes. And it's a damn shame because a lot of y'all running businesses, running projects, all type of shit, and y'all are not having nobody proofread it. First annual? I'm gonna leave that where it's at. I don't even feel like I gotta go too further with that. I had this happen, and they probably gonna be mad I brought it up. I don't care. When you get invited to a function and everybody lists out what they bringing, especially the food, we ain't even talking cups, napkins, liquor. We ain't talking that. when it comes to the food, okay, and as a foodie girl myself, do not bring no freezer food to no damn function. Especially if you not, because some stuff like you could kind of doctor it up, make it taste real gourmet or some shit. Do not bring no frozen. If we all doing Italian, we all doing Mexican food, don't bring like them bullshit ass frozen burritos to a Mexican theme function. What? And if you can't cook, that's fine. Am I judging you? No, not really. But also offer the funds. Or just simply be like, I ain't got it. I don't know how to cook. Can y'all figure it out? I prefer honesty. The worst thing is to have your mind set on... Ain't no way I thought I'm finna get freshly rolled enchiladas and then y'all come in here with like some Del Monte... Not Del Monte. What's that shit? The little bullshit? I don't even know because I don't buy freezer food. Y'all come in there with some freezer food ass enchiladas. What are y'all... Don't piss me off. Do not do that. Especially for the people that's a cook. It's like a slap in the damn face, okay? So them is my unpopular opinions. My last one though, and this is really big because I don't know what happened in 2025, but I hope y'all left this here. In consideration, okay? When I say that, I mean being considerate of somebody's time, their feelings, the relationships they have, the relationship y'all have, whatever the case is. Stop being so damn inconsiderate. And I almost feel like it's just like like you just being insensitive. Like maybe that's the issue. I don't know. People be wanting people to be considerate of them. So please don't be inconsiderate to nobody else. And we grown. Y'all know what that all entails. I'm not finna go deep into that. Stop being so damn inconsiderate. Grow up. You ain't gotta overly, lead to nobody's feelings, but damn, show some decorum when it comes to social interactions, okay? Okay, thank you. Okay. So, for the first topic, I'm so excited. Is therapy more of a culture trend than it is just transformative, right? So this is something I wanted to talk about, because I'm in therapy. I know a lot of people in therapy, and I've just seen over time, especially over the years here recently, like a lot of people have opted into therapy or deemed that it works for them. I won't lie, though. Sometimes it does kind of come off more of like, I'm going to therapy to say I'm going, or I'm going to therapy to not even so much appeal to others, but to make myself seem like I'm more aware. Like, look at it like this, right? I'm in therapy literally because I feel like I got some stuff I want to work on well before I'm in my 40s and 50s and I'm like scrambling, trying to figure life out, all because I didn't go to therapy, right? So that's my main purpose, right? Just in life. I want more guidance, right? But I do feel like sometimes it does kind of come off like it's more, like, you remember when everybody learned what the hell a narcissist was and start talking about toxicity and all of that shit? Like, I feel like it's always probably been talked about, but it became more of like a trend to talk about in the last few years. And so I feel like therapy has kind of taken the place of that as well. Like, you got certain people going to therapy literally just to make other people feel like, yeah, I'm working on myself and I know what's wrong with me and I'm aware and I'm so this and that. But on the flip side of it, I feel like also there's a thing of everybody's kind of getting pressured to go to therapy and maybe not getting the best out of therapy. So what I mean by that is like, let's say we have a person, right? They feel like, oh, I need therapy. They go, right? They do a couple sessions, right? And so in the midst of it, while they in the session, everything is working well. They understanding, everything is together, right? But then as soon as you leave therapy, it's like you didn't even go. You're not taking heed to the worksheets, any homework that you have, the conversations, the in-depth moments, like the clarifications that you're getting. You're not really taking that and applying it. That's what I think I'm trying to say. And I feel like that's why therapy has become more of like a trend thing. Like, I feel like there's probably more people going because they actually want to go and they need it and it's working for them. But I do feel like it is kind of almost like a buzzword now. Like, you know how it was like, oh, bitches and bottles and brunch. Like, and now it's like therapy. I was with a narcissist. She's narcissistic. Like, I don't know. Like, and maybe I'm judgy. I don't know. I could be, but I do kind of feel like I've come across certain people that I've had conversations with, and especially, you know, as women, men and women, things come up. Therapy is one of them, and I want to say I can really tell. I'm very in tune with myself, so I'm already self-aware, which makes me aware of other shit around me. It's very easy to tell when like people start bragging about therapy, because that's not outwardly what you would do, especially like if you getting your soul fed and getting things and the tools you need and you're actually applying them. You don't really have time to like spread the word about it. Like, you might recommend therapy, but to go all deep and I don't need to know everything in your, ain't that like a HIPAA law? I don't know, but I just feel like I hope that that's like something that comes to an end, and I hope everybody really does go to therapy and get what they need. But for those of y'all that are kind of just wasting away time and money just to kind of do it, I mean, I guess that's great for the therapist, but what does that really do for you? So let's make sure in this new year, like, we really having intentional conversations, intentional therapy sessions, versus like I'm kind of just a hamster on the wheel doing it kind of just to say I'm doing it. All right? Okay. So our next topic, and y'all know I really don't like talking about stuff like this, but it was kind of on my mind. So the topic is relationship goals online versus relationship work offline, right? So one thing I would say, like I always say, social media plays a big part into how some people act or interact with others and just how they live their life, sadly, right? But okay. I feel like when it comes to relationships, we all know or should know it's not a one size fits all. But I believe that social media kind of, so imagine that, right? Like you see so many social media posts about relationships and, oh, if your girlfriend's doing that, if your husband's doing this, it should look like this. And so sometimes I feel like there's this like false fairy tale, right? It's like a thick glass that's on each and every social media post. And sometimes people see it and they tend to, oh, that should be me, or that's what my relationship should look like, or any relationship I get in, that's what it should look like. That's what I want it to look like, right? Now, I'll be honest, me, myself personally, I don't really believe nothing off the internet. Like, for real, even when they be announcing people die, I don't even be believing that. I gotta go look it up. But I don't really absorb everything I see off the internet and apply it or think to have it take some type of comparison on my life. But I think when it comes to relationship goals and all the stuff that people see, you got to really realize that, number one, especially when you kind of like, if you're one of those people where you look at relationships online, celebrities, locals, YouTubers, stuff like that, you don't know what goes on behind them four walls. You know what I mean? You have no idea what goes on and how much work and time and love and effort and tears and the repressed moments, anything that has went into that relationship, right? So it's so easy to say something should look like something, but you really don't know what it takes, right? So then let's go on the other side of that. The actual, like, offline, right? All relationships are not perfect. You go through moments. You're learning each other, right? And so I think my biggest thing that I always try to like preach to people when they come to me about stuff like this is, you, number one, have to be okay with your partner. If you're not okay with your partner, you're going to compare them to everything that you see. Now, granted, should you have standards? Should you have certain desires that need to be met? Okay, fine, right? But you cannot compare your relationship that you have here on earth to everything that you see on the internet. That's not, I don't want to say it's not feasible, because I do believe, like, get the dream you want, right? But I also believe that you have to be realistic as well. You might meet somebody and, first stop, she's not exactly what you would deem as what you really thought you would want, right? But you might grow to love her. She might grow to learn things about you, and that's the reason why you love her. And she nurtures you a certain way. She does certain things, but she don't look like that IG model that you've been watching how she live her life and how she spoil her man and cook for her man and do all of these things and buy him all of this. And she's might not amount up to that, but that doesn't mean that the value that she brings to you doesn't amount to anything to you. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. And I really don't do this, but I'm gonna say this. I feel like it really be more women than men that do this. We see the girls getting took on trips, fireworks with proposal. We see all of these different things, right? I love it for them girls. I love that. And everybody deserves something special, right? But you can't live your life thinking that every relationship is supposed to be everything that you see off bat. What if right before that man proposed with the fireworks and 10th floor proposed all the roses, like, what if he was broke for 2 years and she held him down? You know what I'm saying? You just don't know the makeup of certain stuff. And so I think that we just need to be more, again, careful and intentional when we're doing things, because at some point it's like, are you wanting a relationship to flodge, to flex with, to put on a show? Or are you just one of those people like, hey, I just want some special things from time to time, and I just want me and my person to actually have that connection, you know? You got to kind of weave it out. But definitely please stop getting on social media and kind of lean into that and seeing things and thinking that that's supposed to be exactly what you have. It might be, it might not. Might be something better. You don't know. But please, the comparisons, let's compare the stuff in real life, stuff that we're dealing with, people that we're actually in connection with. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So just something to note. And one more thing I want to say, really, you can't expect certain results without going through the process. So that's another thing, like, that I was trying to hone in on. When it comes to seeing stuff on social media, like I said, I said you don't know the processes. Really get into what it takes to get to where you want in your relationship versus comparing it to what you're seeing and not knowing the backstory with that. And on that note, we're going to move on. I have one more topic before we close out, you guys. So this is something that's kind of near and dear to me. As of recently, I became like the vice president of a nonprofit organization, Back Outside. I'm going to put the link right here. Go check us out. But while working with the community, it's brought a lot of moments where I've had a lot of clarity on like, oh, you know, like, life is different for a lot of us. You know, everything is not what it seems. So my bad day could be somebody else's great day. You know, so I've learned a lot just about the community, especially in East Austin, North Austin, and I've had a lot of great moments connecting with people. Right. I will say though, I have got a sense of when it comes to collaboration or just networking with other community leaders and things like that. And so what I wanted to say was the next topic is community over clout. Are we losing real connection, or are we just chasing the influence, right? So the topic a little sticky, but this is what I truly want to say. For me and my nonprofit, my biggest thing that I think that I want to reach is the kids. I remember being a little black girl on the east side, and I was the only child. So I'm, navigating, not having nothing to do, and then slowly but surely it started coming up, these community programs, East Side Story, Boys and Girls Club, things like that. We had the Millennium, and so I guess now as being older and I'm getting to see those same kids that look like myself, I want to make sure that we're giving back to them. We're giving them opportunities to grow and advance, even if they're not at school, or, just being able to still stay active and stay out of trouble and have a good time, right? And help their parents along the way if they need help financially or anything, right? One thing I think that's kind of disturbing is that sometimes I feel like the vision kind of gets blurry, right? So sometimes I feel like with community leaders, it could come off almost like a savior complex, right? Like, I'm doing this to save these people, and they're looking to me to help and do this and do that. And it doesn't give the same vibe as like I'm pouring back into my community, right? And to me, I feel like it's more about ego and yourself. You're not really for community. And I feel like a lot of people do that. Like, oh, they preach, oh, I'm for community, I'm for this. This is what I stand behind. These are my morals. These are my values, right? But you got to actually live that. And you actually got to pour that back into the community. Like, I won't sit here and act like I've just done everything for my community. But have I done things? Absolutely. Would I do it again? Absolutely, right? And I don't need pictures or videos or anything to validate that, right? All I need is to know that the circle that I'm with, my nonprofit, or partners that I meet along the way, that we all have the same goal in mind, right? I think another pillar of that is that networking is cool, right? Especially, like I said, when you have the same goal in mind and we're looking to give back to community and pour in any way we can. But I do feel like sometimes the egos, when they clash, it become kind of competition. And I don't rock with that. I feel like if it comes to community, it's collaborative at that point, right? So what do we look like being in competition if we all trying to feed everything back into the community that we come from? That's weird as hell. And I don't know. I've seen that a lot lately, though, where it feels like it's more cloutish over community. Like, I want people to see me doing the good. I want people to validate the fact that I'm a good person doing good things for the community because I'm doing this. So then at that point, is it like a task for you, or is it more like a desire to do the things that'll help other people? You know? I don't know. When I do things, especially in this aspect, I'm not putting my ego into it. I'll put my pride to the side to get what I need to give back, if that's the case. You know what I mean? I don't know. Sometimes it just feels like it's not genuine. And so I hope that in this year of 2026, I come across more like-minded people and more community leaders and partners that have the same goals in mind like I do, you know. So, but I really hope that also we could kind of, at some point in the city, come to a spot where, like, we literally just doing it for the community. We're not worried about all the X, Y's, and Z's that come with it. Well, you did this, and I didn't used to fool with you back then, and it's not even that deep. You got to really look at the main big picture. You know what I mean? So, something I just wanted to kind of get off my chest. Y'all know I like to start the year off and just let it loose. The rest of the episodes probably are going to go up from here, so just be prepared. I want to say real quick, for anybody, especially like my day ones, y'all been here from the beginning, from the pilot episode when I didn't know how to edit nothing. I really appreciate y'all. I pray nothing but blessings and gratitude to come your way for the year 2026. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. And if you got to the end, why haven't you subscribed? Hit the bell. Hit the like. I'm going to drop more relatable content for y'all that y'all love, right? And so I will see y'all soon. Check it out. Marissa H. Bye.
She was a bitch. She grab her knees and make it clap, but I let peace
Make it CLAP, bend it over, shake, please, fat boy.
Focus on me. Can you focus on me?